All right, everybody, welcome to our Tuesday night in the Pink Team call. So I'm super excited that you're here and that you're joining me. You guys don't know me, well, probably you do, but I'll introduce myself nonetheless. Dawn Andrews, Emerald Ambassador of Plexus. I have been doing Plexus for about 3.5 years, and since I started here in Virginia with zero, me, myself, and I, the team has grown to around 1650. I haven't checked in a while, but so we've got a pretty good team. A lot of people are here in Virginia, but we have a great team down in North Carolina. We have a very strong going team down in Florida and all up and down the East Coast. We have an awesome team in Maryland that's just really emerging, and I'm seeing amazing things happening there. So I think we should target each state up the East Coast, right? And we've got Florida all the way to Maine in the pink, just covering the whole East Coast with Plexus would be awesome. So if you're here on this call, that means you're on the larger in the pink team. You might be, I see some of my personal new people, like Holly, just joined this week, super excited. So you might be my personal person, but you also might not be, and it might be you might be one of my level 2s or 3s, and maybe your sponsor has another team page and another team you're a part of. But if you're here and you've been invited to this call, that means you're a part of the large in the pink team. Our larger team is Destination Diamond Dreams. So we're a part of an even bigger team that happens to be the largest and most successful team in the entire Plexus company, run by my sponsor, who is Celeste Gwynn, and she is a double diamond. So we have a great upline, and we have great resources, and so you're in a really, really, really good spot. And I have my 9-year-old staring at me right now, so I'm going to ask her what she needs. What? I'm on a call. Oh, you're just telling me good night.
All right. You didn't put me to bed tonight.
All right, good night. All right, we had a soccer tryout tonight, so there's a lot of excitement going on in my house, and they're having a hard time settling down. Okay, so that's who we are. So we have these calls every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, so you can always count on seeing that Zoom link and joining. So super excited that you're here. We also have a great Facebook page, so get involved in our Facebook page. It's a great team. The more questions you ask, the more you're involved, the more you build those partnerships, it builds community. So I really encourage you to get involved, ask questions, be a part of things that are going on the team. Okay, so I am really excited because Miss Katie Stachowski is going to be sharing her testimony with us tonight. But before I get into introducing Katie, I want to go through just some announcements, some things that are happening in May, and then kind of looking forward to June. So if you've got your calendar out, I suggest get it out, get your pencil out, and you can start kind of writing things down. Of course, as always, I miss things. So if I missed an event that you have planned, or I know Maryland's got some cool stuff going on, Florida too, put it in the chats, you guys, so I make sure that I announce it to the team and can put it on my calendar and help promote your events as well. Okay, so in May, here we go. We are halfway through the month. We work from May the 1st to May the 31st, so we work in 30-day cycles, so we are halfway through. So you want to really keep pushing hard. Now, there's a lot of month left, so really with all of the momentum that we have with the new Slim, and it is amazing right now. Our company Plexus is in full momentum. Okay, and if you're kind of new to network marketing and new to this, I promise you that's a big deal. Momentum is the name of the game because speed loves speed. And so Plexus Corporate has done an excellent job of relaunching an already awesome product. They've built a crazy excitement around it. The way that they've done it to release it just to ambassadors at this point and new people is brilliant. It's not going to be available to our customers until June. Okay, there's a lot of questions about that. So right now, customers cannot get it. Now, if someone's a customer and they really want to get the new Slim, they can upgrade to an ambassador, and then they'll get their welcome pack, and their new Slim's going to come in their welcome pack. So right now, if you think about that strategically, what a wonderful time for you to upgrade your customers who are really loving the products, upgrade them to an ambassador, get them the new Slim, and then, of course, paint the vision for what could be, for them sharing with their friends and family and being able to start really creating a home-based business that is amazing. Okay, so that, I just think it's really important. So our team, I think you guys, we did a flash contest last weekend. I wanted to get you guys reaching out and kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing massive reaching out and telling people about the new Slim. You guys know that last week, Michelle, if you did not see the video or were not on the call last night, Michelle Clark totally just rocked it, explaining the ingredients in the new Slim and why it's special. It's really cutting edge, and I just remember that. The science that we're using in the new Plexus Slim with the prebiotics and the XOS is cutting edge, and it's like what nobody else out there is doing. So we have something to be really excited about. We have something to be really bold about and really be reaching out to past customers, maybe ambassadors who aren't ambassadors, inactives. So there's a huge market. So take time now to build off the momentum that's been created. And remember that when we're building our business and we're really reaching out and we're working, you generally see the real fruit of our labors for 60 to 90 days. It takes that long to kind of get the seeds planted. So what you do today is going to show up at the end of the month in June and into July, and it's going to really make your summer really incredible. Okay? So I just want to encourage you in that. Let's see. We have on May the 25th, this is wonderful, we have an opportunity sip and see in Chesapeake, Virginia for all you guys that are local. It's going to be at the Green Turtle Restaurant, which is a part of Greenbrier Mall. It's a great venue. Kim Day and Bethany Haywood, their team, their Senior Gold team, has been doing this for a while, and they're really, really good events. It's a great location. So I highly recommend you go. So if you've never been to an opportunity event, you want to see kind of how they do it. And what's great about these events is they're open to all of us, and you can bring your guests. So like if you're just getting started and you've got a mom, sister, coworker who's just sort of curious and you're just getting started, you don't know quite what to say, all you got to say is, hey, let's go have dinner at the Green Turtle on May the 25th and learn a little bit more about Plexus. And then somebody else that's really good at it does all of the presenting, right? So it's a great resource for everybody on the team. So thank you, ladies, for opening that up to us. Let's see, we have coming at the end of the month, we have convention, the big annual Plexus convention. So there's a bunch of us from our team going, so that's going to be super fun, May the 29th through June the 2nd in Las Vegas. So you will see lots of convention new announcements. There'll probably be new product launches where they'll be announcing Leaders Retreat locations. So there's a lot of excitement going to get ready to happen at convention. So those of you that aren't going, I'm going to be very committed to doing lots of Facebook Lives. I might even try to grab some jewels and do some interviews and try to really keep you guys up to date about what's going on. I will do my best to do that, okay, to make sure that you feel like you're really a part of it. I will not do a team call on May the 30th because I'll be in Vegas. So let's just go ahead and put that on your calendar. So there will not be a team call on Tuesday, May the 30th. Like I said, I'll do lives and stuff instead to kind of keep everybody excited. Something that's been kind of fun this month, I hope you guys have been enjoying the Wednesday word from the top, kind of like Wednesday word up from the top. So I've invited various jewels throughout the company to hop on our team page and just kind of give you some of their tips, some things that have helped them to be successful. And I've been trying to do 2 a day, so like 1 in the morning and 1 in the evenings, and I'm not telling you who they are because I think that's kind of fun. It's like a surprise. So there's a big mystery. So tomorrow there will be 2 more. There's going to be somebody in the morning who I think is just really amazing, and I think you're really going to learn a lot from her. And then the one in the evening is somebody who's one of my very favorite people in the world, and she's probably right now I'm going to give you a hint, one of the most successful people in the company, always on the leaders board for building bonuses, and has probably the fastest growing team in the company. So this lady knows what she's talking about, and she's going to hop on tomorrow at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And so I really suggest that you hop on. What's cool about live is you can interact and you can ask questions. So of course the recording's great, but if you can get on live with her, you're going to have her and be able to ask her questions. And I know that it's going to be amazing. So anyway, super excited about that. So we'll have this Wednesday, and then next Wednesday, I've got 2 people lined up. And then the week of convention, like I said, all bets are off that week, but I'll be doing lives, doing some fun stuff. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it'll be cool. Okay, what else do I have on my list? All right, so as I am Okay, so I've got a goal for our team, and I'm a goal setter and a goal accomplisher. So we're going to make this happen, to have a new slim launch in every city in June. Okay, we want to do that. We want every single city in Hampton Roads. So I'm talking about Hampton Roads because that's where I am locally. I would love for my Maryland people to look at the people on their teams in their area, maybe do the same thing. Or down in Florida, you guys do it too. My North Carolina people. So you guys in other states, look at your calendar, look at your leaders, and see how you can do this as well. But here locally, we have Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Norfolk, Newport News is like our Hampton Roads area. So in the month of June, we want to have a new slim launch in every single city in June. So the very first one, and I'm going to host that one, is going to be June the 7th. I switched it. It's going to be a Wednesday night down at the new Waterside District. And so that one will be in Norfolk, and it's going to be at the Tap House. What's this place called? The Blue Moon Tap House. I was just there last week for their grand opening, and they have a wonderful room set aside. It's beautiful, and it's free, which is like amazing, because I guess they're just trying to really promote and get people down there. So we just have to order dinner. So we'll just order dinner or whatever. And so that's going to be at 6:30 at the Blue Moon Tap House at the Waterside District, which used to be, the big Waterside, but they just redid it. All right. And so the rest of those cities, I want you guys to be thinking about, like, oh, I live in Virginia Beach. I want to do one. You find a location. We'll all be there. We'll show up. We'll help. Don't worry. But if you can just get the location, and we'll make it happen. Because like I said, we need to really be out there in the community telling people and really being bold about this new wonderful Plexus Slim product that is really gonna just do amazing things for people's health. So anyway, so let's get together and have some unity and all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about the book club that I originally was gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Katie, and I'm gonna be quiet, and she's gonna get the rest of the team call to talk and share. So in the month of June, I think this is a really great, this was an idea that I got from a diamond who's very successful when I was talking to her, and because one of the things I'll just share that I like to do on a pretty regular basis is seek out mentors who I really respect, who I see that are successful and really in momentum and action mode. And I want to learn from them. And I always want to be listening to their ideas and taking their ideas and learning from them. And so she was sharing with me, after I kind of told her a little bit about where I had personally been in my own business. So I'll get a little vulnerable with you guys for a minute, where I just was feeling like there've just been so many in the last year for me setbacks. So those of you that are new don't know all of that. Those of you who've been around totally get that. Probably since last June, since I was sort of I got the metastatic cancer diagnosis, and I've gone on this huge health journey, and there's just been a lot of setbacks for me in that journey, with really still committed to my Plexus business and passionate about it and wanting to pour into the team, but really being very sidetracked by a pretty major health condition that I needed to put a lot of emphasis on. So I was sharing all of this with her, and then in addition to that, as I felt like our team started to get some momentum and started to kind of dig in a little bit and see some forward movement for all of us, my dad passed away. My dad got really sick in December, so the whole month of December was sort of, gone, and so there was a lot of grieving time. So anyway, so kind of moving into the new year again, there's just been setback after setback. And so she said, you know what, Dawn? She said, you know what I'm hearing more than anything? She's like, I think it would be really wonderful if you read the book and do like a book club for your team with the book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Now, maybe some of you guys have already read it, and I've heard about it, and I've heard great things about it, but I've never read it because I've always thought, I say pretty good things to myself. Like, this is me, and maybe this is my pride or something. Like, I'm a pretty positive person. I don't need to read a book about what to say when I talk to myself. I usually talk myself off the ledge is kind of what I always thought. But she said, no, I think, after listening to maybe some and that you, like, my desire for my business and this team is to really help push us and move us forward, and to help you all be successful in this business and to take you all to the next level. And so I know that in order to do that, right now it's probably time to do some personal development and some personal reflection and to some kind of digging in and get my thinking right. And so I want to share that with you. So I'm going to start this sort of book club, so to speak. Well, we're going to read the book together, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. She told me that it's life-changing and that it will really, I think she said it's just going to be a really great book for us to do together. So I'm going to do it. It's going to be every week for 6 weeks, and we're going to do 4 chapters a week, and I'm going to actually start it when we get back from convention. So if you want to write this down, if this sounds like something that you're interested in doing, we'll do every week starting June the 8th, we'll jump on Zoom just like this, and it will be 4 chapters. I will do the first 2, kind of present the first 2 chapters, but then I want people that are in it with me to read and present on their own. And so it won't just be me leading and talking all the time, thank goodness, but really doing it together. And so I really am going to be praying about that and hoping that that helps build some unity within our team and some camaraderie, and there might even be some moments of real vulnerability, because it'll be having to really put ourselves out there and really identify and kind of do some self-reflection. I know that's going to be good for me and my season, and I think that may be good for others. And so I hope that you will want to be a part of it. So if you want to do that, I'll be putting out what that book is and sort of what we're doing. And the commitment will be to read 4 chapters a week and then show up on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. I have to do 9 o'clock because that's the only time that maybe my house is quiet with having 5 children. So I hope, I know, that's just, I can give 100% at 9 o'clock. Anything before that, I'm too distracted and it's just too difficult. Okay, and so in that, let me go ahead and tell you all this part. I decided to kind of rethink our team calls because my family and children and everything are kind of my priority. I love my business and I love having the flexibility, but I don't want to be every 2 days a week having to get on a call, honestly, at 9 o'clock, because I like to spend time with, anyway. So in the month for at least for June, for that 6 weeks, I'm going to do team calls every other Tuesday. So instead of doing them every Tuesday, and I think that's probably a good thing to do in the summer anyway, because people start getting busy and go on vacations. And so there's a little, people aren't home as much. Okay. So we'll have a team call on the 6th in June, and then we'll skip the 13th, and then I'll have one on the 20th. And so I'll put a schedule out to make sure we keep everybody straight. All right. I think that's all I had. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think that's all I had. So did I have any questions? Let me check my chat before I'm going to get ready to turn it over to Miss Katie. Nope, I just got some sounds great. Thumbs up. Well, while I'm thinking about it, because I just saw a chat from Amy, I really am getting ready to give it to you, Katie. I just wanted to tell you guys I just want to tell everybody what an incredible job that Amy Umflett and Tracy Jacobson are doing with the 30-day Detox. Like, we are doing this 30-day detox challenge that started on May the 1st, and the information is awesome. I just wanted to give you guys your kudos because it is really, really good. Like, I just am seeing so much fruit come from it. There's so much value in this group, and it's really taking the people that are in it and showing them that we as Plexus ambassadors really are about health, and we really are about helping them live a better life, that it's not about selling. And all of us know that about ourselves. Like, we know what we're, how passionate we are about health and wellness. And so I just see it as such an opportunity to really provide so much goodness and value for people and give them a peek into really what our hearts are. And our hearts are, of course, to change the world one pink trick at a time, duh. But anyway, so I just want to say good job, you guys. I'm just really, they're new. They haven't been doing this for very long. They just started really getting their business rolling in October and November. And so they really want to really put themselves out there in a leadership position. And that's not easy, and that's a little bit scary. And I just really want to acknowledge the 2 of you publicly on the team for doing that. And so good job. Okay, now, Katie, I hope that you have unmuted yourself by now, because I'm getting ready to introduce you. Miss Katie Stachowski, who is also a new ambassador, just joined in the last, I want to say, month. You can tell us exactly. Katie came on board and just hit the ground running. And I have not had the opportunity to meet Katie face to face because she's in Maryland. I think with the success that she's having, I might find a really, really good excuse to come up to Maryland to see you and have a sip and see and have an opportunity event. I think we might have to have a road trip, Miss Lisa, to do that. But Katie just really knocked it out of the ballpark, really hit the ground running, really just did some really, really good things in the first month, went silver in the first month. And every month on our In the Pink team, well, not every month. I don't do this every month, but I have something called the Butterfly Award. And for me, butterflies are very special and significant. And so I liked it when I noticed somebody on our team who has really done what I think of as kind of come out of their shell, that they were like the caterpillar, but they came out of their cocoon and spread their wings and just are really flying high. So they get the Butterfly Award that month. And so Katie was given the Butterfly Award in April. So I call her my In the Pink April Butterfly, because she really did put herself out there and she spread her wings. And so she's going to share tonight a little bit about her health testimony, I think. But if she doesn't, I'm not really sure. But I think health testimony, but definitely her business and sort of what that looks like for her. So go ahead, Katie.
Hello. So thank you. I feel extremely honored because I have only been doing this for a month and a half. So I appreciate you asking me. I'm in my car right now because Dawn Regner and I had a opportunity event tonight at a local restaurant, and it was a wash, but we had dinner together. So my husband and them found trivia while we were here, so they're currently playing trivia, so I'm in the car. So hopefully they don't walk out during this. I think it was almost over. So hopefully you guys can hear and see me.
We can.
Okay, so when you asked me, because I've only been doing this a month and a half, I'm still waiting for my health testimony. I think I just finished detox, I hope. So I'm still waiting on that, and I do have more energy for sure. I started on Triplex, and I've added Accelerator, X Factor, and Black as needed. So the Accelerator and X Factor have been like maybe 2 weeks. And so far, the biggest thing I've noticed that I was really excited about was I have endometriosis. So I have always had horrible, horrible cramps to the point that I have to call out work. I'm on like narcotics for painkillers. And not to give you all too much detail, but I just got my period a few days ago and no cramps. I had a normal day. I was able to like work in the yard, which was amazing. I'm usually in the fetal position in my bed for 2 days. So that was amazing. That's probably my biggest result so far. So, which I'll take it. That alone is worth it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I had lined up more of my business testimony, I guess, because that's what's really big for me right now. Mm-hmm. And so basically, I guess I kind of like jotted down a timeline of how I started and what I did from the day I started until now. So I guess I'll just run through that. I joined I think it was like the last day in March. So it's been right around a month and a half. And I started sharing from day one before I even had my products. I have an amazing upline. So she was on board with me right away. I think I saw her more than I saw my husband the first couple weeks. And we were constantly in contact, and not only with her, but with you, Dawn, and with Lisa. Just telling me, don't wait for my own story, just share others or share what you're excited about. So that's what I started doing, and I've had a lot of good feedback. A lot of people have come to me, which I know is not the norm, but it's made it a little bit easier. I don't know why that is. It's funny, one of my team members, we both have some similar friends, and we're both around the same age and everything, but my Facebook friends have come to me, and she's had a hard time reaching out to people. So it all really depends on who your friends are and who's on your feed and who's watching your stuff. And it's usually people that I don't know is watching, people that I'm not normally in contact with. So anyways, I started sharing on Facebook. I made my very first Facebook post, which was pretty successful. I basically asked everyone, I said, if you've suffered from any of these, and I listed several gut issue symptoms, I said, drop the number below of symptoms that you suffer from. So for every person that dropped the number below, I private messaged them. And I said, hey, I'm really excited. I just joined this company called Plexus, and I explained to them what Plexus was. And it was very short, just short, sweet, to the point. And I said, please let me know if you would like any more information. I would love to share the products with you. So that's how I first got my feedback from people, and I got some interest. And I signed Meg. I think it might have even been off that post. I honestly don't remember, but Meg was my first person that I signed. And I got really lucky because she's actually been amazing. I know they say it takes a while to find a runner, but I feel like I already found one. She's working the business just as hard as I am, which is so exciting for me to have that. And she is always on our team calls. We do coaching calls with Dawn. So that's made a huge, she has 3 ambassadors. She actually already has like a level 2. So that's awesome. Then when I got my welcome pack, I did a live opening on Facebook. So I just tried to get the excitement out there, like show my excitement, open my welcome pack. I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I was still learning the products, and I literally hadn't looked at the welcome pack. So as I was going through it, I was figuring it out too. And I think that was the first time I've ever went live. So that was definitely a little bit scary, but I've been getting used to them, and it's definitely a really good tool for small businesses. The live, I think it's changed how people do business now with MLMs, and I think it's been very successful for a lot of people. So I'm trying to learn it. What else? So after I signed Meg, Dawn and Meg came to my house, and we did a live product info. We set out all the products. Dawn brought all of the products that she had. And we basically just got on one night. We told everybody, hey, we're going to be on at 9:00. We got on, and I introduced Megan as my new team member, and then we had Dawn, since we were still learning, she went through all the products one by one and just gave a little blurb about what each one was. And then at the end of that, we went over, we had a sip and see set up at, I believe it was at my house. And then we went over the business side, like how do you become an ambassador? How do you become a customer? What the difference is? And talked a little bit about that. And that was pretty much it for that live. So we got a lot of good feedback from that. We did a Q&A session on there when Dawn was done. And she was really helpful, like definitely glad that I had the upline that I have. She's been there like every step of the way with me. And she, even though I wanted to do the live, I didn't know enough to do it, but I knew that it would be a good thing to do. So she was amazing because she came on and did it with me and went through all the products. So I was able to learn too. That was a really good teaching tool for Megan and I think, because we got to see how she talked about the products, what the products were, and how to go through teaching somebody like the difference between a customer and ambassador, how to sign up, all of that. So that was really good. Some other things that we've been doing with Dawn is I'm sorry, I see a question. She said, how long was your live? I think the live, I don't think it was an hour. Sorry, I think it was probably under an hour. We started losing people towards the end, and that's when we knew we needed to kind of cut it. We were just losing interest after a while. So I would say probably 30 to 45 minutes. Before we did it, we set up a timeline so that we wouldn't go on too long and lose interest. And we each had something we were going to talk about. Dawn did the products. I talked about how to sign up on the team. And then Megan she read the questions out so we could answer them. And we just had like a timeline of how long we should take on each thing. And Meg kind of kept us on track for time. So the other thing we've been doing is Dawn has been awesome about like getting me involved in networking, which I did an MLM before, and it's just amazing to me. I signed up and that was it. No one ever told me what I was supposed to do, or it didn't feel like a business. This feels like a real business to me. And Dawn's just been amazing because she's just kind of taken me under her wing, and we've done so many events. So one of the things, especially with her other business, is she gets a heads up on a lot of networking events in our area. So we've been doing that. The first one I did was mostly men. It was Dawn and I in a room full of men. So that wasn't as great. It was a really good learning experience because it made me get out of my comfort zone and talk to people about the business. But of course it was men, so they were a little bit harder to talk to. And but I did do a second one with her. She's a part of a small business women's networking group. So it was a room full of women, which it was neat to see the dynamics, the difference between the men and women. And the women were much easier to talk to. And so that was my second one. I think we have a third one possibly coming up soon. So that's been neat. It really, if anything, I haven't gotten any customers out of it, but it's been a good way to teach me how to just speak about the business without someone coming to me interested first. I'm not good at like cold calls or anything like that. I'd rather talk to people I know. So it's been a really good teaching tool for me. And really, I think the biggest thing that got me excited, and the way I was able to pick up all the knowledge I picked up so quickly, not only was I super excited about the business, and my upline got me super excited, YouTube. I'm a dispatcher and I work midnight shifts. So, and I live in a small town, so we have 8 hours, and some nights we have 8 hours of nothing to do. And for 8 hours, some nights I will watch YouTube and I'll go down the rabbit hole and get stuck watching video after video after video of documentaries of people's training. I love Emily Roberts. She's one of my favorite. She's a young mom that was able to retire her husband and herself, and now does this full time. And that's just amazing to me. It makes me realize that it's possible. You always hear people talk about MLMs and it's possible to make them full time, but you never see it. You just hear about it. And in this company, I feel like you see it and it's real. So that makes me really excited. And I think that's what pushes me. My biggest why to do this is I want to be a stay-at-home mom with my kids. So the business side of it is what I'm really excited for. So the YouTube videos, that's where I've learned most of what I've learned so quickly. And two other things that Dawn really liked that she said she didn't really think of, and I don't even know where I came up with the idea, but for people, I've told some people this, for people that have, my biggest thing let me backtrack. I have a lot of people that are interested in the products, but it comes down to they can't afford it. And I know we all get that. And it's, for me at least, it's hard to tell people, because I've used that excuse for other MLMs when people are trying to sell me something. But I do have like 2 girls that really, really want the products, and I know it really does come down to a financial situation for them. And it kills me because I know they would benefit from it. So they have a lot of health issues. And so I told them, I said, you get 2 customers on board, start talking to people. You don't have the product, you're not signed up, but tell people why you're excited, why you want the product. You're addicted to coffee, you don't want to drink coffee anymore, like you have the gut health issues. Tell them all of that. Get 2 people to join with you. And then we'll sign you up as an ambassador, I'll pay your $34.95, and then I'll give you those customers. So you already have 2 customers the day you sign up, which is going to help you pay for your triplex. And I also told her even better if she can get 2 customers and 1 person to agree to join her team. She would come on board with an ambassador and 2 customers, and that would already be paying for her products the next month if they will all agree to do triplex. So that's one thing I'm working with her on right now. I told her, throw me in a 3-way group chat if anyone shows any interest, and I can talk to them about it. So that's one way that I'm trying to overcome the obstacle of I can't afford it right now, but I really want to do it, is get your customers before you're even signed up. And then the other thing is, for people, I had another girl say that she couldn't afford it, and she was just not gonna do it when she heard how much triplex was. So I said, okay, what's your price point? What are you willing to spend on products? I figured she might not be doing triplex. I might not be able to get her as an ambassador spending over $100 a month. But even if I can get her as a customer spending $30, $40 a month, she's going to fall in love with that product, and she's going to want another product. And same thing, I told her, start talking to people, get people on board with you, and then I'll pay your fee if you come on board with, 2 customers and an ambassador. So the first, she said she wouldn't spend more than $50. I gave her the list of everything under 50. She started with, she has really bad knees and she wants to get off her pain medication. So we did ease for her, the capsules. Well, then she saw that there was an ease cream. So that same night after she said she couldn't spend more than 50, she was buying ease cream and ease capsules. And then the next day, she wanted to know what the accelerator was. So I think she is now, within 2 days, she went from she wasn't going to buy anything to 3 products. And she's almost spending $70 to $80. And that was me just simply saying, what's your price point? I can work with you. We have products less than $50. Let's start you on something. And now she's been talking to people at work and wants to sign up as an ambassador if she can find someone else to join her. So just something that I've learned along the way, like, we try to push triplex, but it's not the end all. At least get them on something, keep their interest with Plexus. And once they like that product, they're going to want more. That was really it. I mean, I've only been doing it for a month and a half, so.
Well, I took notes, Katie, so it was really good stuff. I learned stuff from you, so thank you. That was excellent. Thank you so much. And I didn't ask Katie to share until about, I don't know, like 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. I said, Katie, I've been meaning to ask you to jump on a team call and share. That's my April butterfly, and I've been just forgetting. And I said, you can do it next week. But she said, no, I'll do it. I said that, like, how awesome is that? She just said, yes, I love that attitude. I love that attitude. Like that, you just go for it. So thank you, Katie. It was excellent.
Dawn, Can I say something real fast?
Yes.
Okay, so Dawn is on my team under Dawn Ragnar, and this is an exact example of how all of us should have been and need to be and need to encourage our people to be from the get-go. Honestly, she knew it was innate, and Megan's very much the same. It was innate. They came into this and they knew exactly what to do. You didn't have to tell them about 3-way calls. You didn't have to tell them about Facebook Lives. I mean, I know Dawn shared a lot with them, and she's been an amazing upline for them. But honestly, this girl moved into this position and she threw away all her fears. And she jumped in and she just started posting, like she said, before she even really had a complex. And then she just completely just started asking for it. She just kept saying, come. And she has been the best example of what success in this business is. And I might have lost count, Katie, but the last I looked, she has 8 ambassadors under her and she's 6 weeks in. And I think, and customers.
No, thanks to Megan.
Oh, yeah. I meant under, because you have level 2s. And actually, the 2 of them, I think it was Megan's fault. I have my first level 6. So, they're an amazing team. And I can't wait to get to Maryland and meet them as well. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say is they're amazing and I love them. And I'm so glad they're on board. And welcome to the family. So I'm going to unmute myself.
Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you. That's great. So yes, we have lots of chats. I think everybody's just giving you big thumbs up. Way to go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Okay. So I love what she said about lives. Utilize that tool. I know lives is scary, but I'm telling you, they're fun and people love them and people watch them. You're going to be amazed. You're going to do a live and the next thing you know, you're going to have 300 views and you're going to go, what? 300 views? I didn't know that many people were watching, but they are. So anyway, people love it. Okay, so I'm going to just say good night. I always, as you know, guys, like to close our team calls in prayer, because so much of, I think, my personal success has been because of that, just really covering my business in prayer and asking God from the very beginning to open hearts, open minds, and bless. So I just always kind of want to give him that time. And so if you guys have anything specific for prayer requests, I, of course, want to know those things. And so that can also be something that we all throughout the week remember and support each other in. So I'll just kind of wait a minute if anybody wants to put any kind of prayer requests on the chat. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll just close it out. So Lord, thank you so much that you brought this team together. Thank you for every single person that's here. I know without a doubt, Lord, that you called us and that we're all here for a reason, and that you really, really, really have just put it on our hearts and our minds to live our very, very best lives. And that Plexus is a tool for that, to really give us the health, the wellness, and also just the positive community that is really important to you, Lord. So I just thank you for this team. I thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for the new momentum and the new excitement within our company. Continue to be with our corporate executive leaders and help them to make great decisions and to lead in a way that is just really honoring of your principles in every single way, Lord. We pray for open hearts and open minds, the people that have yet to join our team, the people that have yet to come on board as customers, Lord, that you would really, really just give them a little God nod to say, hey, this is something that you should look into. This is something that could really affect your health in a positive way. We just ask all of these things in your precious name. Amen. All right, guys, it was great to spend time with you. Yeah, so I'll see y'all on Facebook and next week. Bye.